This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
20 miles an hour faster than the front of the group is when you get to that point. You have to brake earlier and lighter because you got a longer acceleration.
And I talked to Mac Pappas. They're on low air pressure, and he said that really enhances the problem down there.
You forgot one guy, though. Mr. IROC, watch Mark Martin.
I'll guarantee you can go green, Mike. Green flag. One car way down on the bottom. Angelelli makes it 4 wide. Contact.
Here we go, boys. Off in the grass.
Kinzer got hit by Pappas. Everybody's going to make it through but one.
Sam Hornish Jr., the 06 car, all the way out in the grass. We've had a lot of rain here. That grass is actually still pretty wet. But he gets going.
Now they got a
Tires are going to get flat spotted, guys. Oh, somebody missed the chicane.
Kinzer.
And what he'll have to do, he has to give the positions back that he would have gained. He'll be able to get going here again.
Back to the pits to get new tires.
Show you what happened earlier to Matt Kenseth. Ooh.
Hello, Newman in the 12 car.
Oh! Goodbye, Newman.
Remember me? Oh, but he spun himself.
Took them both out.
Yeah. You can see the bottom valence has been knocked off. Now, we saw him get kind of out of control through the inner towards the chicane area earlier, and I think that's when he tore that up. And it may affect him through some of the banking of this race car, especially as you come down and carrying a lot of speed, I think down into turn one as well as the backstretch chicane.
And you can see Mark Martin trying to get by him here on the big oval part of the racetrack, outbrake him possibly. Looks like he'll make the pass before they get to turn one.
Martin makes the pass on Max Pappas to retake 4th place. And just
a little too hot through the bus stop, through the chicane, just gets away from him. Remember, these cars, they've been out there for 11 laps. These old tires are getting worn. This is a fairly soft tire. It's the Richmond right side tire all the way around.
And Larry looking, it looked like he may have lost a brake duct when the car spun around. I don't think it will hurt his performance, but again, you know, you don't need to be kind of flat spotting these tires that much more. I mean, they are worn pretty well already. So
green.
Matt Kenseth staying hooked right to the rear bumper of his teammate next to cut, Mark Martin in the 6 car. Let's see what happens here going off into turn 1.
Nobody jumps out of line. Stewart, big advantage.
uh-oh, who's off the track?
Boy, Max Pappas on that 16 car, he got about 4 or 5 spots, it looked like.
Scott Sharp paid the price. He was the first car on the outside. He got out in the loose stuff. Not as badly as Martin Truex did.
He's still trying to get problems here.
Sharp and Hornish crash. Yellow flag. I don't know if Scott Sharp maybe didn't get his tires cleaned off or what happened going down into turn 1, or he was just so high he got out in the marbles.
Well, remember what we talked about at the beginning of the race. Max Pappas had told me how ill these things drive for the first 3 corners on low air pressure, where they drop the pressure down, knowing how much the pressure they're going to build up over the course of a run. Car almost just won't turn.
So the Wilton Kinetic at turn 1.
Side by side with Stewart back at the start-finish line.
Brakes. No contact. Oh, there's
yeah,
contact.
In the 10 forced him off the racetrack. And then Hornish gets into the back of him. Hornish in the 06 car.
What was that
He's got
about?
to feel like there's a bullseye on that 08 car. And there's where he got back into Hornish. He got him back, but not on purpose, I don't think. He's going backwards.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that in the payback department.
He just basically in there just way, way too hot. Car would not even turn.
And that grass is still very, very slick.
Yeah. That's going to kick Truex Jr. in the 8 car all the way back to the 10th position. Steve Kinzer in the 11. 1 lap down. Ted Musgrave out.
Hey, whoa.
Good
Hello,
night.
Tire Barry.
And he's stuck. And the caution's out. for Martin Truex Jr., the NASCAR Busch Series champ.
Yeah, they're going to have to go dig him out of there.
Right.
It's almost like he had stuff on his tires and the car just never would turn when he got to that corner.
I agree with you, Larry. I don't think he ever got the tires cleaned off very good. He came in there a little bit hot again and off now and found the tire barriers. And guys, you know what? Those tire barriers are a great way to decelerate a race car, but also once you get into them, you can't get out of them.
That's not the way he wanted his picture made right there, by the way.
No. When he went through the first horseshoe turn, he really wasn't back up to speed, but didn't get those tires cleaned off that way, went down the other end carrying a lot of speed, and that was that. I'll tell you who's made a nice recovery after being involved twice in the previous caution was Scott Sharp, who restarted out back and has now climbed up to the 6th position. Peeling off to pit road comes Ryan Newman.
Newman's in the 7th spot right now.
Matt?
And Larry Mack, remember when we saw all that tire smoke a little earlier in the race? It was Newman. He came on the radio and said he flat spotted. He's got a little bit of damage on his front valence, but he flat spotted one of his front tires. He was inquiring what the penalty was for pitting. They told him he was going to have to go to the tail end of the line, so he hit pit road for 4 tires.
And again, since everyone has 5 laps on their tires, these tires they will put on there roughly have somewhere in the neighborhood of 4, 5, 6 laps on them.
But I think that was a good move by Ryan because, again, these tires can blow out. We're still running around here on the banking. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So I think it was a good call on his part. And you can see that they're working right now trying to pull one of the brake ducts off the car.
Matt looks like he's been out in the agriculture.
Absolutely. He took the agricultural route there. Also broke the front fender brace. And Larry Mack and Jeff, how much of a problem could that end up being when he gets out on the banking and also going down the high-speed backstretch?
A lot, Matt, because the way these cars are set up with the little wickers out on the left on both front fenders to make front downforce to make grip. As you turn off in these turns, if it's not working properly, it's going to make the car, you know, feel really bad to him. So, again, getting a chance to come down pit road, make those repairs, get the tires changed, it should be a good move as far as Ryan Newman is concerned. It'll be interesting to see how he works his way back up through the field.
Caution laps do not count. They will pull Martin Truex out of the tire wall, and then we'll resume. Jason Leffler joins the gang on trackside tomorrow night, along with all those Caseys and the usual suspects.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
11:30 Eastern Time.
I'm still anxious about the man that calls himself Hackman. He's going to saw a car in 2 in less than 2 minutes with one of the new Lennox saw blades or something.
Oh, I thought it was going to be, you know, like a trick question, be a Yugo or something. Something that just, you know, falls apart on its own.
I guess he saws houses in 2, airplanes. Can do Mark Martin in that 6 car.
Pappas is all over Tony Stewart going down this front straightaway.
He is not going to open the door for no one as they head off into turn 1. In fact, Mark Martin's going to try to squeeze in the 3rd place in front of Matt Kenseth.
Kenseth 4th.
And marks around, so's Matt.
The racetrack is just about blocked. Kenseth in the 17, Angelelli in the 10, Mark Martin in the 6.
Oh, boy. Martin was on the brake to keep from getting into Pappas and got hit by Kenseth and Angelelli around.
Yeah, just stacked up behind him from there.
It almost looked like Angelelli got in the back of Kenseth, who got into
Pappas. Now he shoves it in hard into the horseshoe. Lugs it off the corner. Uh-oh.
Scott Sharp.
Had a little trouble getting into the horseshoe.
2 to go.
Pappas knocks it down to 3 car lengths. Cornish has passed Newman for 3rd, and Sharp is still 5th. Ahead of Truex, Kimmel, Angelelli, Martin, and Kenseth.
But a nice recovery by Sam Cornish Jr. in that 06 car.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago. He was coming in the pits with the tail, the rear deck lid on that car all knocked down and off. The guy guys from IROC did a great job repairing it, getting the new one back on.
You know, something I just noticed on Sam Hornish's car. Remember, I talked these drivers can't adjust the front and rear bias. All 4 of his rotors were glowing, where we've been watching like Tony Stewart up there. You see right there getting in the corner, Tony Stewart, Max Pappas, they have a lot more glow on the front rotors, which tells me they have more brake screwed to the front. And that can certainly change the handling the characteristics under braking of the car.
Definitely so.
This is only the second time that IROC has been on the road course at Daytona. It was 32 years ago when Mark Donohue outdueled Peter Revson, Bobby Unser, and David Pearson to win his 3rd of 4 IROC races that year.
See right there, going into the chicane, the bus stop, in the backstretch, riding again with Sam Hornish, all 4 of those carbon rotors glowing.
Looked almost like the same color of his race car, bright orange.
And I would say the white down the side of the race car is turned black from brake dust.
Definitely so.
And the white is going to be the flag that's displayed this time by.
Well, about 3.5 more miles, about 15 more shifts, 1 lap around this course.
You know, it was a year ago during the Crown Royal Legends of IROC that we talked with Mario Andretti and Jay Signori and the other IROC folks about, hey, how about a road race? And Mario thought, of course, that would be just a fantastic idea to even things up. And the more everybody talked about it, the more it seemed like a great idea. So here we are at Daytona. Now, this February in Daytona, at driver introductions, it was Tony Stewart who said, hey, how about a dirt track race? And he'll loan you the dirt track. Oh, Mark Martin.
Yeah, his woes continue. He's off course one more time.
Yeah, right now he's in the 9th position as we talk, a make or break race for Mark Martin tonight.
So you never know what we might see in the future for Crown Royal IROC.
And Tony has just the dirt track race that he'd love to see one at.
Right now, he's got a mirror full of Max Pappas as they go up on the banking for the final time. Stewart and Pappas are the only drivers to lead tonight.
What a night for Tony Stewart.
And Sam Hornish gives up 3rd place, slowing in turn 2. He's back to, well, 5th. That was Brian Newman going by, and see if Hornish can hang on and get a finish here. Scott Sharp has gone by, yep, for 4th.
Now Hornish has a little bit of cushion behind him now, trying to hang on to this top 5 finish.
Tony Stewart looking for his 4th IROC victory. If there's a form of racing Stewart can't master, we haven't seen it. IRL champion, Rolex 24 Hours, NASCAR Nextel Cup champion, and a winner again in Crown Royal IROC.
Back-to-back wins, one at Texas, now he wins here.
And how impressive was it, Larry? In less than 2 laps, he charged through the field and was a contender for the lead.
But remember, he will leave here with a points lead, so at Atlanta, guess where he'll have to start? Dead last again.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.